Let's see if we can get one more step closer to the ultimate goal of ultimate organization in this organizational program by looking at labels and ratings. Now, let me be honest with you about one thing, my own personal journey here. When I first started getting into Bridge with things like labels and ratings and keywords too, we're going to talk about those later, but all these different things I found to be an acquired taste. In other words, I wasn't using them consistently. Now, if you're like me, a lot of you have a lot of images. I have literally hundreds of thousands of photographs. As I began to work through it and began to see how it helped me find what I need when I needed it, it became more of an incentive to use it. And now to me, it's as natural to put things like labels and ratings and keywords on images as it is to breathe. I'm kind of exaggerating there, but I do use them. Okay, I do use this stuff. What we have up here is ratings and labels. Let's start with ratings right here. Let's say, for example, we go to this image right here, and all my images, of course, are 5-star images. So I want to put 5 stars on that guy. So I select it, or you could select more than one if you want to. And go up to the word label and select, say, 5-star. Now you will notice we do have shortcuts. I like shortcuts. We're talking the Control key in Windows, the Command key on a Mac, and 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can use the comma or the period to decrease or increase that particular rating. So if I click here, I get a 5-star. Now this one, let's say that's 4-star, but I'll use the shortcut. That's Command 4 or Control 4 in Windows. And we could keep this up all day. I want this one right here and this one right over here. Now if I hold the Shift key, I get them all. If I select this one and hold the Control key down, that's the Command key on a Mac, Control in Windows, I can do a non-contiguous, and then if I press Command 4 or Control 4 in Windows, I can give just those two 4 stars. So we can keep this up all day long in putting the ratings on them. Now notice this, it does say 5 with a star, 4 with a star. If I come down here and grab this little slider right here and move it a little bit, make them a little bit bigger, notice what happened. We can now see the stars, which does give us one more method to add. I can come up here now and select this one and actually click right there to give it 5 stars, or say click right there to give this one maybe just 3 stars. Now don't forget we are in a working program that's connected to Photoshop. If I double click on any of these photos, it will open it up in Photoshop if that's what I want to do. Let me go ahead and get out of those and get back into Bridge for a minute. So we can add these ratings to them as long as we have access to them in Bridge right now very easily. All of them are one at a time. We have something else up here too, and that is called a label. Now, for example, if I select this one and I'll hold the Control key, that's Command key in Mac, Control in Windows, and select, say, those 3. One does have a rating, the others don't, that's fine. And I go up to the word label and say these are approved, or you can use the shortcut. They get that little window of green going around them right there, which allows them to be ones that are called approved. You'll notice some of the labels are things like none, select, second, approved, review, and to do. We also have one up here called reject. If I select one of these, and I come up here to the word reject, or I use the shortcut, which is the Option key with the Delete key on a Macintosh, and it's the Alt key with the backspace key in Windows. And it says now reject. And there are ways, you'll find out later, that we can select things like rejects, throw them away, select just our 4-star, select our 4-star that are approved. You start combining these things together. The more you use them, the more comfortable you get with them. Now let's do this. Control A, that's Command A on a Mac and Control A in Windows. Let's go up to label and say no rating for everything and no labels for everything. Now remember our shortcuts. Let's say we want to work through these images on a one-on-one basis, looking at them like with a preview and deciding if we like it or not. So I'm thinking this. Go up to this button right here and select Review Mode. Now we looked at this earlier where you've got the left and right arrow keys. So you go to this one and say, nah, that's the only pansy in the group. I don't want that one. That's a reject. So I hold down the Option, Delete keys in Mac and the Alt and backspace key in Windows. And right now it's a reject. I come over here and that one's a 5-star. So that's Command 5 on a Mac, Control 5 in Windows. 5-star, you get it. We go through them one at a time. Now, if you pull them down with the down arrow key, that just eliminates them from this set, but they're still labeled correctly. So we could move through all of these one at a time, and eventually we're done. We can click here, and you can see we do have the two we played with, this one and this one. Labels and ratings, combined with things like keywords, can help you quickly find, even in groups of hundreds of thousands of images, the ones you need, but you have to be consistent. And for my journey, it was an acquired taste. It took me a while to work with them. But once I figured out how well they can help me in organizing and getting to where I need quickly, I started using them.